Hello there. I have a scrapbook layout for you today. As you can see, I have some photos of myself harvesting some strawberries in the garden. Now, the story behind these photos is what makes these special, and I'll explain more on that here in a moment. As you can see, I had the Storybook Life Scrapbooking workshop. This is the color tutorial, tells you exactly how to put these beautiful layouts together step by step. You get the photo place card holders. Then this is a sticker sheet, a 12 by 12 sticker sheet with some title options. These are nice heavyweight stickers here. I love the strawberries. There's some border strips. And then you get some exclusive pattern papers in the workshop that are a little bit different. So these are front and back of one side. Then you have this 12 by 12 plaid with this beautiful pattern on the opposite side. I'm loving these colors. I call this the Beatrix Potter paper. We've got strawberries here. And now this strawberry paper is exclusive to the workshop kit. It's single-sided. And then the large plaid here is also exclusive to the workshop kit. In addition to the papers, you get these fun punch outs. You've got some frames and some different shapes here. I'm loving the garden themed icons. And of course, how cute is that little duck there? The scrapbooking workshop comes with coordinating two-toned cardstock. So it is lighter on one side, darker on the other of the same shade. And there's lots of cardstock. And this is all designed to create those pre-designed layouts that you saw in the workshop guide. I am going to do my own thing, and I definitely want to use this strawberry paper. I love the vintage look of this. It's so pretty. Here is a 10 by 10 square of white cardstock. Don't worry, I will gut out what's hidden behind there. And I'm thinking of arranging my photos in a line across the center. And now I just want to pull out some other papers I could use with this. I like that blue plaid, and then I really like this one. This is very pretty. So I'm envisioning something, a strip of paper, let's bump these up a bit, underneath to kind of support my photos. We're going to create kind of a little shelf. Maybe I'll use both of them. They both look really nice. I have decided to cut this one down. It's 2.5 by 12. And I'm tearing the edge, I'm tearing it towards me so I get that little white edge. And this just adds some texture and a fun little detail to my otherwise straight piece of paper here. As I mentioned, this is like a supporting shelf for my photos, so I do want those overlapping the paper just a bit. I'm using the measurements on my Versamat to make sure those are, even all the way across. So we're going to set those just like that. Maybe we can use this one to create some layers behind our focal photo, but I really don't want to cut into this for a photo map, especially because I have a small pack of 6 by 6 plaid papers, and there's lots of different blues in here, different colorways, and I am loving this. I love plaid. Plaid is just such a usable pattern for me. And you know what? I like that one. I actually like the brighter blue. That's more of the blueberry bushel. So I cut that down. So we have a pop of color around my focal photo. And I'm angling these so they kind of create that leading line directing your eye to the center. Now, I absolutely want to use the strawberry stickers, so we'll pull those off. There's extras, but I don't think we need them all. So the springtime title and You Are So Sweet, those aren't quite right for my photos. I know I want to cluster down here and then on the diagonal upper right, we could put the title here, or we could put a little title here. So this is the Storybook Life stamp set, and it has great title options. I'm loving these for titles, but none of these are Hello Spring. We weren't really spring. This was kind of midsummer. I don't think any of those are quite right. So I'm going to make one on my Cricut. So what I want to do is measure my space to see what, I have to work with here. I used the print and cut feature on my Cricut to create a title that says Strawberry Snapshots. That is the Hello Autumn font you can download from dafont.com. Now I've got this one here. It's elements of text and then the heart-shaped bundle here. This is really pretty. So there's this die that's kind of a vine, and I thought that would be very pretty. There's also the stamp set. You can create some fun looks there. And then I have, this is not the scrapbooking workshop. This is the Storybook Moments paper collection, and it has all of these punch outs. Look how cute that little mouse is. There's some smaller strawberries in here, and you do get 2 sheets. You can see I've got some of those loose they've fallen out in the envelope here. But there's also this cut apart sheet. There's a pattern on one side, but you can cut these apart for layering, and that's where this little piece came from here. You get two of those sheets. So I am thinking we will incorporate these into the project. I'm just loving all those cute little shapes. So I like to create lots of layers. Let's maybe add a pop of green up here and we'll kind of offset that. So again, we have that layered look. And then I want more of the little strawberry color up top. So that gives us a little pop of red. And then this mouse is just too cute. We need to find a home for him on the layout. He's holding a little bucket like he's going out to harvest something from the garden. So I did die cut one of these little heart-shaped vine frames here, and I want to incorporate that maybe back down here. Let's overlap him, kind of creating a little cluster. That's cute. Now I've got my elements of text. I wanted a really light color. I'm using this one here, and I've got crumb cake, and I actually think I want to stamp off and use second generation so it's even lighter. We want very subtle background interest. I'm kind of thinking right up in this corner. So let's just test out to see what first versus second generation. Yeah, I think we're going to go with second. So you stamp and then stamp again without inking. So let me scoot this down so I can kind of get my head over it without getting in your way. And then I will make sure I don't have any, on the edge of my stamp there. I stamped off. Now we'll stamp again. That looks good. And then I want to bring these back in just to make sure you can, it's originating from underneath my stamped images. Scoot my photo out of the way and then add a couple more. I think that looks good. I do want to mention the little cute heart-shaped vine there. That is part of a celebration promotion going on with Stampin' Up! Right now. And you can get that for free with your purchase of 120. And you can redeem from specific items once you reach those levels. So it's a stamp and the die. So it's a bundle, and that is one of the items. So that's going on through the end of February. I did print out my journaling and cut that down to, it's like 2.5 by 10. And that way it looks like it's printed on that background piece. So it was kind of an afterthought, but I decided I wanted to type it and I didn't want to use sticker paper. I had a lot to say. Whenever I have a lot to say, I tend to rely on typing because it's much smaller than my handwriting and it looks nice and tidy. So these photos are special to me because my son Clayton took the pictures. I am kind of curling up where I tore the paper edge there just to give it a little bit more detail. But I asked him to take the picture. I wanted to document it for my garden journal. And he took it super serious. He went into photography mode. I am using these little kind of scatter splatter background texture stamps from the elements of text, and we're going to add a little of this below my little cluster here. So he started directing, he wanted me to turn at a 45-degree angle. He's all, hold your arm up slightly off your body. And in the shot on the right, he's like, look down at the strawberries. I mean, it was so funny. He does take good pictures. He's a natural at it, but I loved how he just totally got into it. And there was probably 15 photos, but I really didn't need them all on the layout. 15 photos of me, 2 is enough. So I love that. That's what my journaling's about. It's more about how my son took the photos, how he turned into Mr. Pro photographer. And I just really love the memory behind these pictures. I cut just a little strip of this border sticker here. I wanted a little bit more detail, a little more layering underneath my photos. So I am just trying to kind of get this underneath here. It is sticky, it's a sticker. So if you don't push down real hard, you can reposition those. And I like the little scallop detail there. And no, normally I don't look like this when I'm out in the garden. I'm kind of in grubby work clothes, but on this particular day, I happen to like my cute little straw hat. So I wanted my son to grab a photo, and I think he did a pretty good job. Let me hold this up so you can appreciate all of that fun background stamping there. It's subtle, but it does make a big difference. Everything I used is listed in the description box below, and let me know if you have a natural photographer in your family. So handy for us scrapbookers, right? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will catch you in the next video.